Tottenham Hotspur may have just completed one of the biggest defensive transfers of the 2026 summer window, and this move could completely reshape the future of the club. According to multiple reports, Spurs have reached an agreement with Brighton and Hove Albion to sign Dutch centre-back Jan Paul Van Hecke in a deal worth £52 million. The fee is believed to be a fixed payment with no add-ons, showing just how strongly Tottenham believe in this signing. Personal terms are expected to be finalized very soon, and unless something unexpected happens, Van Hecke is now on the verge of becoming a Tottenham player. This is not just another transfer story. This is a statement, because when a club like Tottenham spends £52 million on a defender, it is never just about depth. It is about belief, direction, and a long-term plan that is starting to take shape in North London. And what makes this deal even more interesting is the name behind it, Roberto De Zerbi. The Tottenham boss reportedly played a major role in pushing this transfer forward. Having previously worked with Van Hecke at Brighton, De Zerbi knows exactly what kind of player he is getting. This is not a scouting gamble. This is a manager signing a player he has already tested at the highest level of English football. That connection changes everything, because in modern football, trust between a manager and a player can be more important than talent alone. De Zerbi is not guessing. He is building. Jan Paul Van Hecke's journey to this moment has not been simple. He joined Brighton from NAC Breda in 2020, arriving as a relatively unknown young defender from the Netherlands. At that time, few expected him to become one of the most reliable center-backs in the Premier League. But football rarely follows expectations. Early in his Brighton career, Van Hecke spent time out on loan, including spells back in the Netherlands with NAC Breda and later Heerenveen. These were not setbacks, they were development stages. He gained experience, learned from mistakes, and slowly built the foundation of a Premier League defender. By the time he returned to Brighton, everything had changed. He was stronger, more composed, and far more confident in his decision-making. Over time, he established himself as an important part of Brighton's defensive structure, eventually making 131 appearances for the club. In those appearances, he earned a reputation for being aggressive in duels, calm under pressure, and comfortable playing in systems that demand high defensive intelligence. These are exactly the qualities Tottenham are looking for, because this is no longer the Premier League of traditional defenders. Modern football demands center-backs who can defend high lines, play under pressure, and build attacks from the back. Van Hecke fits that profile perfectly, but the real question is not what he did at Brighton. The real question is what he will do at Tottenham. Spurs have already been active in the transfer market this summer, with arrivals like Marco Senesi and Andy Robertson strengthening key areas of the squad. But Van Hecke feels different. This is not rotation, this is not backup, this is a potential cornerstone of the defense. And that immediately raises a major question inside Tottenham. What happens to Christian Romero? The Argentine defender has been one of Tottenham's most important players in recent seasons. His aggression, leadership, and intensity have made him a fan favorite. However, speculation around his future has never fully gone away. Atletico Madrid remain interested, and reports suggest they continue to monitor his situation closely. If Romero stays, Tottenham could suddenly have one of the strongest defensive units in the Premier League. Imagine a backline built on experience, aggression, and tactical intelligence. Robertson bringing leadership and consistency, Romero providing intensity and edge, and Van Hecke adding balance and composure in the middle. That combination could transform Tottenham's defensive identity completely. But football is never that simple. If Romero leaves, Van Hecke would immediately step into an even bigger role. Instead of being part of a rotation, he could become the central figure of Tottenham's defensive rebuild. In many ways, this transfer feels like preparation for every possible future. Tottenham are not waiting for uncertainty, they are building around it. There is also another layer to this story involving Luka Vuskovic. Brighton reportedly showed interest in the young Tottenham defender and even submitted a bid worth around £35 million. Spurs rejected the offer, making it clear that Vuskovic remains part of their long-term plans. What makes this situation important is that both deals appear to be completely separate. Tottenham are not sacrificing one defender for another. Instead, they are strengthening their squad while protecting their future assets. That kind of planning is not accidental, it is strategic. Of course, a £52 million transfer always comes with pressure. Fans will expect immediate performances. Analysts will question the price tag. Every mistake will be magnified. Every performance will be discussed. That is the reality of modern football at the highest level. But Van Hecke has already shown something important in his career. He handles pressure. From early loan spells to becoming a Premier League regular, he has consistently adapted, improved, and proven himself at every stage. He has already faced setbacks, fought for his place, and earned trust from multiple managers. Now he is stepping into the biggest challenge of his career. Tottenham is not Brighton. The expectations are higher, the spotlight is brighter, the pressure is constant, but these are also the conditions where top players are defined. For Roberto De Zerbi, this signing may represent more than just a defensive upgrade. It could be the beginning of a long-term system at Tottenham built around familiarity, trust, and tactical discipline. Managers rarely get perfect transfer windows, but when they are allowed to bring in players they truly understand, the results can be transformative. De Zerbi knows Van Hecke's strengths. He knows how to use him. He knows how to maximize his potential. That is a dangerous combination for opposition teams. As things stand, Tottenham fans have every reason to pay attention. A major defensive signing is close. The squad is evolving, the system is changing, and the club appears to be entering a new phase under their current project. The next few days will be crucial as final details are completed and personal terms are settled. Once everything is confirmed, Jan Paul Van Hecke will officially become a Tottenham player. And when that happens, the real question begins. Is this the signing that finally stabilizes Tottenham's defense for years to come, or is this just the first move in a much bigger plan that no one is fully seeing yet? One thing is certain. Tottenham's 2026 project is accelerating fast, and this £52 million deal could be one of the clearest signs yet that a new era is quietly beginning in North London.